Hey guys, I am back to read to you some more from Ghost in the Machine. We left off with Sarah sending her video at school, and it showed her teacher catching her, right? So obviously the teachers are watching her more now too. And she told Ryan the message that the birdie had moved, which is also really important. I feel like every time I turn on this camera, my hair automatically decides to look like a mess. I just brushed it, I fixed it so I would look presentable, and as soon as I turned the camera on. Anyway, Tuesday, September 21st, 11 a.m. I knew it. Mr. Bramson never watches us in computer lab. Never. He's practically non-existent because we run these tutorials that tell us how to use Microsoft Excel or Word or some other evil empire program. Mr. Bramson types away on his own computer, which sits on the corner of his desk. He's probably sending emails or reading news headlines. He doesn't even look up unless someone asks him a question, which is basically never. So why is Mr. Bramson watching Sarah? I'll tell you why. Because my parents have told him to. Mr. Bramson is spying on us. I knew they were ruthless, but seriously. My parents telling our teachers to make sure we're not talking to each other? They've gone even further than I thought they would. They really think Sarah and I are that dangerous together? I mean, what do they really think? We're going to get into deadly trouble or something? Fine. If it's deadly trouble they want, then deadly trouble they're going to get. Breaking and entering? Check. Planting secret cameras at a meeting for a society that appears to be killing people left and right? Check. Seeing Sarah as much as I want? Check, check, check. I don't even care anymore. Tuesday, September 21st, 2 p.m. I've calmed down a little, but I'm still mad. I went for a long walk. I don't feel like writing. Tuesday, September 21st, at 10 p.m. I sat through dinner and said almost nothing. Henry leaves tomorrow, so I felt sort of bad, but I couldn't even look at my parents. They think they're so sneaky. Right in the middle of dinner, Dad excuses himself to use the bathroom. There's a perfectly good bathroom downstairs, but he goes upstairs and uses the one up there, or so he says. I know what he's doing. He's in my room checking my computer, searching the drawers, looking under my bed for journals or notes, staring out the window and wondering, what's this kid up to? Well, good luck, Dad. You're not going to find anything. You know why? Because I'm sneakier than you by a long shot. I got this wonderful trait from you, Mr. Secret Society. You passed it down and it got bigger and better. You're an amateur with your wooden bird and flushing the toilet, like you think I'm actually going to believe you're using the bathroom up there. Afterward, I went straight to my room and wrote a huge, complicated, get in the worst kind of trouble email to Sarah. So remember, his dad's in the secret society and Ryan knows it. So his dad's been sneaking around with him or behind his back. So now Ryan's like, I can do that too. So this is the email he wrote to Sarah. Hi, Sarah. I hope you got my note at the Blue Rock. It was a real trick getting under there. I hit my head. I have a feeling you knew how hard that delivery would be for me and chose the Blue Rock to exchange notes anyway. Hey, if it puts a smile on your face, I'm happy. Speaking of smiling, you were doing a lot of that when you tricked me with that Carl Kolchak video. Pop culture reference from 80s TV equals Sarah's about to play a trick. Dead ahead. Should have known. Next time I won't be such an easy target. Okay, the good news. Are you ready? I know how to get inside Longhorns in the middle of the night when it's closed up. I've spent a lot of time in the place because Dad runs a fly fisherman's club. I know you know about the club, but I'm not sure you've ever been aware of how often I associate with this group of misfit fishing bums. I don't talk about it because it seems the slightest bit nerdy to be heading down to Longhorns every Thursday night to tie flies and talk about trout with old guys. At least it comes in handy now, right? Here's how you get yourself in there after hours. There is a window in the men's room. I know it's not painted shut because I checked it once just to see for myself. Longhorns Grange is open on weekdays for all kinds of things, like on Tuesdays when the old ladies meet up and sew quilts in there. And no, I'm not part of the blanket making club. My grandma was before she died, so that's how I know. I've got a fishing-themed quilt on my bed to prove it. I think I could get in there tomorrow during the day and unlatch that window. The only way to reach it is from the top of the sink, but my leg is feeling better every day, and I'm sure I can do this. Tomorrow night, if you go to the bathroom side of Longhorns, you should be able to pull that window open and climb inside. Bring a ladder. The window is pretty high. Okay, second thing. Did I mention that it's getting late and I'm tired? I hope I can stay awake long enough to finish this monster email. Second thing is the black door on the stage. Years ago, this must have been when I was first attending the fly fishing club with my dad. I wandered off from my tying vise and got up on the stage. The amps were there from the bands. They have dances, and I was turning knobs this way and that. There's a drum set on the stage, too. They just leave it there because it's so hard to move, I guess. So I started tapping on this drum set, and my dad hollered at me. I stopped. That was when I saw the black door. Tuesday, September 21st, midnight. So he didn't even really finish that email. He just kind of trailed off. Wonder why that was. What do you think happened? Yeah. He might have gotten caught. Oh, what's this? Why, it's a latte in a bottle that Miss L got. It's a nice cold one. So. Tuesday, September 21st, midnight. I fell asleep at my desk. Oh, so that's what happened. He didn't get to finish the email because he fell asleep. Do you think he left it open on his computer? Uh-oh. If he left it open, who could have seen it? His parents. I fell asleep at my desk. This is bad. Real bad. I didn't finish the email to Sarah. The screen is black on my laptop. We went to sleep a few minutes after I did, so the screen went dim. But I can't be sure that nobody came in here and saw it. All you have to do is wipe your hand across the mouse, and the screen comes back on, big and bright, and I'm in huge trouble. I moved the mouse, and it came back up where I left off. That was when I saw the black door. I remember what happened. I took a break and leaned back in my chair. I rubbed my leg because it felt like it was falling asleep. I turned the light off so it was totally dark except for the light from my screen. I leaned forward again, placed my elbow on my desk, and rested my head on my hand. That's the last thing I remember. A couple minutes later, the screen must have gone dark. I woke up and it was pitch black in my room, and I decided right then and there that falling asleep was just the beginning of my problems. The real problem was what woke me up. Oh. Old Joe Bush. He was in my room, I'm sure of it. I heard him. I heard the leg dragging down the hallway. I didn't dream it. I know I didn't dream it. You want to know how I know I didn't dream it? Because I did something then. Something I should not have done. By the light of my computer monitor, I crept over to the Dark Side of the Moon poster, the one that covered the words on my wall. Don't make me come looking for you. I lifted the poster out of the way from the bottom. The tape wasn't very sticky, so it was easy. My shadow covered the wall and I couldn't see the words, so I moved to the side. And there they were. More words. Words that hadn't been there before. The apostle will see you now. Oh, wow. I taped the poster down and came back to my desk. Did I write those words or did he? I don't remember having the pen in my hand, and I don't think it's my handwriting. Either I wrote both messages or I didn't write either one. And what does this new message even mean? The apostle will see you now? He's watching me. It means I stepped over the line. I'm next. The apostle is dead. I'm dead. I feel a chill that runs right down the center of my broken leg, like it's in the freezer and it's about to crack into 1,000 pieces from the cold. That kind of feeling doesn't come from nowhere. So what happened at night? Do you think Joe Bush really came? So who do you think wrote that on the wall, though? Joe Bush or Ryan? Yeah, this is creepy, isn't it? I don't think it's a feeling from the world. It's from the apostles' world, Joe Bush's world. It's from the kingdom of the dead. I'm just about sure he was here. Either that or I'm going crazy. I sent the email to Sarah unfinished just to get it off my screen. I can't tell her this stuff. I can't. It's not like being a member of my dad's fishing club. This is different. She'll think I've lost it. She won't trust me anymore. I started a new email. Sarah, you have to turn bolts on 3 sides to release the black door, so bring a flat blade screwdriver with you. Once you get it open, you'll see the stairs going down. I'll make sure the window is open so you can get in. I'm sure you've got a plan for how to run the camera. You always do. Gotta go. Miss you. Ryan. I took a close-up picture of my wall and printed it out at my desk. Having a picture of it makes the words real. I'm not making this up. I'm not seeing things. So there's the picture he took. You can see this is the old message, and he kind of tried to wash it off, but it didn't work so great. And there's the new one. Scary, right? Could you imagine if somebody came and wrote on your wall? Wednesday, September 22nd at 1 a.m. I can't sleep. Wednesday, September 22nd at 2 a.m. I can't sleep. Wednesday, September 22nd at 3 a.m. I won't sleep. I'm not writing on these walls. It's someone else. Wednesday, September 22nd at 5 a.m. I zonked out for a couple of hours. Then when I woke up, I refused to look behind that poster again. Sarah emailed me pretty upset. She wasn't too keen on the long email after we agreed not to take chances. But then she said it was nearly impossible not to email each other. She was doing it too. Just be careful, she said. Erase, erase, erase. Leave no trace. Our relationship doesn't exist. I hate the sound of that. Our relationship doesn't exist. Have my parents won? Sarah's email went on, and it got a little better. Talk about breaking her own rules. I've almost never seen her write this much. Maybe she misses me after all. I don't know if you guys can hear the helicopter that just passed overhead, but if you did, that's what that noise was. I live near a small airport, so sometimes planes and helicopters pass overhead, and they can get a little loud. I think your idea with the window at Longhorns is perfect. No one's up there at night, especially around that back side in the weeds, so it should work. I can already imagine the questions if Bonner catches me walking up the street with a ladder at midnight. That's not even something I want to think about. Let's see, 4 a.m. right now. I've been getting by on almost no sleep lately. I think the detective in me thinks early morning is the safest time or something. Either way, I'm wide awake, so I'll haul one of my dad's old ladders up there in the next hour and hide it in the brush behind Longhorns. Not that anyone's going behind Longhorns to find it. I have a feeling that crow's going to move again soon. Crossbones members probably check it every day, right? If that's true, then it sure would be nice to watch and see who takes a particular interest in it today. Maybe we could see someone actually moving the birdie. Wouldn't that be something? If we knew who that was, we'd be one step closer. I need you to do something for me. There's a perfect spot downtown at the cafe. If you sit at the corner table, there's a nice view of the library right across the street. Just go in there with your journal or something and tell them you had to get out of the house. Marla won't care. She knows your mom, so I'm sure she'll be happy you're out of the house. Just sit there and drink coffee and eat pie and scribble. I think someone moved the signal while I'm at school. There are only a few days before they burn down the dredge. Whoever's in the Crossbones can't wait much longer. They're just as interested in the dredge as we are. We just don't know why. And Gladys knows I'm snooping around. So does Bonner. They're watching me as much as I'm watching them. I think they'll move it while I'm at school, so I can't see it happen. Let's try to be as safe as we can. Every one of these emails is an invitation to get caught. Leave me a note at the Blue Rock and let me know what you find out. I'll stop there on my way home and check. If it's anything interesting, I'll leave you a note on the rock and we'll go from there. Sorry to send you running around, but if we're as close to some sort of Crossbones event as I think we are, we need to be extra careful. Hang in there. Have a slice of pie for me. Delete, 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 Sarah. I'm actually sort of excited about getting out of my room. I don't like it in here anymore. So why doesn't Ryan like being in his room? Yeah. Because Joe Bush came in last night. Ugh. Or at least he thinks he did. So now, what's Ryan going to be doing? He's going to be watching to see who moves the birdie because they think the Crossbones are going to meet again soon, so they want to find out who's in the Crossbones, and they want to figure out about this meeting so they can crash it. They know it's at Longhorns. All right, so that's the end of the reading for today. There isn't a Sarah Fincher video. We're not at that yet. But we're going to keep reading until we get to the next video. So next time I see you, I'll be reading some more. Bye.